Hello.
Hello. So I've added a couple of things on the agenda, but nothing too fancy. Let's see if you have more attendees joining today. We can
Yeah, I hope so, but
decide what.
a minute or two.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see in the last meeting minutes we noted that today is the Labor Day in US. I'm pretty sure that
Oh, right.
he might join anyway because he wanted to be part of the meeting anyway, even though it's on holiday. But that might be the reason for not having other people from US in the meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about it.
Yeah, but we said anyway we should have the meeting, but yeah, it might be a quick one then if it's just you and I. Yeah, so should we maybe get through it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it makes sense. It's 5 past.
Okay. I can maybe start just commenting on the action items there. I noted them from earlier this summer, copied them from there, and I also added when they were created because sometimes it's hard to remember when things were
Yeah.
written. So they still stay there. I'm not sure if you managed to do anything about those before your vacation.
Not the first one. I guess that's the idea with that was to try and collect as many breaking changes as we possibly can for 0.5. And so the idea was to reach out to other parties and see what changes they would like in in the CI area. I think Ben was looking into the CD area mainly. But yeah, I've not had a chance to do that. Regarding the second one, I did that, so I think there is a well, there is a thread in the CDEvents channel about that, I believe.
Yeah, I believe, yeah, this as well. There was some discussion together with Steve, was it? If I remember correctly. Oh, whatever, it was somewhere there. How should we do with those things? Should we try to schedule it and make some noise about it so people come, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, can set a reminder on Slack. Maybe send an email to I can send an email as well to the distribution list. Saying we would like to discuss item to be considered for the 0.5.
But yeah.
And
me and Ben did discuss a few of them last time,
okay,
and I think we removed to be considered from maybe one or two of them because Ben agreed. We discussed it a bit, and Ben agreed that they would be suitable to have in Euros 5 if possible. But there
okay,
still remains three of them I see. I've written two of them, and I see Matthias has written one of them. So I think I made some comments at least on one of them. Yeah, we'll see. But maybe we should take that in a bigger group when more people are around.
well, I would say let's try now that we are
Okay.
hopefully past the summer break. Let's try to ping again and see when we get a bit more attendees in the meeting. We can discuss those, and if that doesn't happen, we can just decide what we think with a small group.
And what is the intention? The ones that are not to be considered, those are really intended to be fixed in ODOT 5 then, I guess, or because there are quite many of them I see in total.
Yeah. Okay. Trying to remember where it was. Do you have a link to the to be considered handy?
But in the previous meeting minutes, in the milestone for
Yeah, okay.
5, you can find it in the last week's meeting minutes. So, up ODOT 5 milestone. You had it there. Yeah.
Oh,
If you look to the right instead, it's easier to
oh
find.
yeah. Oh yeah, okay.
There we see all.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess the idea is to these are breaking changes if we do them. So
Yeah.
yes, the discussion is, do we need this badly enough that we want to try and include them in 0.5,
Yeah.
or is something we want to do maybe in the future as some more discussion about it or so.
Yes. So we talked a bit about the last one there, me and Ben, about the version, or maybe not too much in detail, but we decided, we said that we should try to catch some comments from Slack from people. So therefore, I put a post on Slack to ask about how people experience our version field. But I haven't seen any replies to that from anyone. So either people are not interested or people don't care, or they think it's good as is.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe we can give it another week, or we can until we have maybe another meeting with more people involved. We can leave it and see if people comment on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would expect the experience for most people to be what you get through the SDKs,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
the SDKs will hide away that versioning bit for the most part.
That's true.
But if someone is designing some custom events or doing some parsing of events directly, not going through the SDKs, that they need to understand those versioning fields. I believe they are documented, but
Yeah, they are.
it's
When
of
I looked at it
course
and made the post, I looked back to the documentation again, and I guess it's quite clear what things mean. So
but yeah, of course, having like 2 or 3 versions together can be confusing or maybe overwhelming in the beginning.
yeah. But I don't think it's such a major problem that we should make a non-backward compatible change just because of that, and such a change would probably affect the SDKs quite a lot. So unless we get a lot of, what was it now, thumbs up on my post, I guess we can, thumbs down rather, keep it, don't keep it as is with a thumbs down. Then I guess we can keep it as is and skip that,
Yeah.
or maybe close this issue. And I guess your comment there about SDKs, people using SDKs both to produce and consume the events, that's also then true for the one about splitting subject into subject and predicate, I guess, to some extent. Because that will also make it easier than to correctly create the events, but even more parse the events as well. So maybe it's not as important. I was more looking at it from a symmetry perspective to see that, well, we have a general event with some context level information in it, and then we have the event subject, and we have maybe properties that are specific for the predicate part of the event and not the subject itself. And therefore I thought it would be good to split it, but I mean, using the SDKs, that should be easy enough anyway to understand.
But then at least there's this, maybe that's something we could then try to build into the design of the SDKs and the object that we use to manage those. So maybe there could be some kind of separation in the SDK between fields which are specific to a subject and fields which are specific to a specific incarnation of a subject with a predicate. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
And about the proposal there, I think that's another. Well, it's not another. It's another predicate. Maybe it is. It's probably this. It depends on how you see it, but if you would consider it a pull request, that would be more of a draft pull request. If you look at it from Gary's perspective, it would be called Gary change, which is not yet merged, or something like that. So I don't know. And I mean, this request is very, very old. I think I was part of the discussion, or no, I was back then when Eric at the time pasted it in the CDEvents a long time ago. But haven't got any comments from Eric on it, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, again, I would tend to say that this may be something we can clarify in the documentation, what we mean by it.
Mhm.
But I'm not sure we should. I'm not sure I see a strong enough reason to change
No,
the entire
yeah.
thing.
Right.
Also, I like the shorter name.
Yeah. So I agree. We could probably propose to close this. Either we do it right away or we ask in an upcoming meeting if we should close it. I haven't seen any comments. If you scroll down a bit, I don't think there are any comments from anyone else than you and I, is it? No. So I would be quite surprised if anyone would now come with some strong opinion saying that this is important.
Yeah. So I don't know if there were more comments.
Mauricio, yeah.
No, not much.
No. But Mauricio, I think it's okay. It's good, but yeah, I don't know. Salaboy hasn't been active in CDEvents for long either, so
Yeah.
not sure how much he's interested in it anymore.
Okay. Maybe we put a comment here. Does this reflect?
Yeah. Great.
Okay.
So then we.
Shall I being banned maybe?
Yeah, sure. Then I guess we can close it in an upcoming meeting unless we get any comments there.
Okay. Okay, do we need to capture anything here? So, okay. Did we say that for the versioning, we would tend to not address that?
Yeah, we tend to keep it as is, but I guess we will leave some more time for people to react on the post from Slack.
It's on one of the channels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good.
And for this one, similar. Let's see the average. Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay. And this is still pending. I guess after all, then we may not need like a meeting dedicated to the discussion of these. We can try to collect feedback on the specific items.
Yeah, you're right. Do you think there is a reason to have a scope meeting anyway for the order 5 scope, or do you think that's good as is then?
I mean, what we can do, I mean, if you know, for instance, next week, on Monday. No, next week you're away.
No,
You're
next
at
week
the
I'm here. Monday next week I'm here. It's tomorrow
okay.
just off. Yeah.
If Ben is available, at least if it's yourself, myself, and Ben,
Mm-hmm.
the three maintainers on the spec.
Yeah.
We can plan like a review of the V05 planning, and we can advertise it maybe a few days earlier on the channel that we will have the discussion, and folks would like to contribute to that. Yeah, welcome to join the meeting.
Mm.
And then, yeah, I mean, it's not written in stone. If there are other comments later on, we can still add or remove things from the plan. So
Yeah, sure.
this one could be the 9th.
9th, yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Sounds good. So for then meeting schedule, I haven't got a definite answer for tomorrow yet, so we'll assume I'm not available unless I am. Since you're not there tomorrow, I wonder whether we should propose to skip for tomorrow or.
Yeah, or we just write a post on Slack saying that you and I will not be there, but if anyone is eager to have the meeting, please open it, and anyone that is free should join anyway. I mean, it's good to have the meeting if people are there. Of course, we shouldn't stop it. I mean, there's no reason for that. But we should note that we will not come, so they don't sit there waiting for us.
Okay.
That's my proposal anyway.
Oh, it makes sense, I think. Okay, for the open source summit week. What do you think?
Could be a bit hard to drive the meetings then. It's quite late in the afternoon, so I don't know if the agenda for the open source summit has finished by then, maybe. So it might be at least theoretically possible to join. Let me see now, what time zone is it there?
It's
It's
I
a
think
central
the
time, right?
same as yours.
Yeah, I think so. Let me just quickly check when sessions end in the evenings. Yeah, seems they end at 5 p.m., which is the time that this meeting starts. So that shouldn't hinder. But at the same time, if we are both on meetings there. Oh, I see. Maybe some meetings actually on Tuesday, it's until past. And there's one I would like to see there now. So yeah, it could probably be hard to join at least private, but maybe join it over the phone or so.
Yeah. So I would assume, let's say that we assume that we won't be available to facilitate for those dates.
Yeah.
I
think that's fair.
Okay.
And I wouldn't assume that too many others, apart from you and I, might join that summit either. So we might not be able to meet there in person. Too many of us. I know that Andrew Fenner from EST will come. He hasn't been too much involved in CDEvents meetings before, but he has been there once or so. But apart from that, I don't know if anyone will show up as actually. There is the CD mini summit, by the way, on Thursday that week.
Yeah.
And I believe you will have one session and there is one session from Andrew. But I don't think there's anything else on CDEvents except those two, right?
Yeah, those two, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I think that's enough.
Okay. Yeah. I guess since it's just the two of us, and maybe we could stop here for today. And then, yeah, as I said, if Ben is there next week, maybe we can go through a review of the planning and who's able to do what.
Yes, let's hope so.
Also based on, yeah, possibly updated availabilities and all right. Yeah, we'll remove this then from today. All right.
Good.
Well, that's good. Good to see you, Emil.
Same.
And have a good week. And
yeah, and see you next Monday then.
See you next week. Yeah.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye.